Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Little Prince. Season 2, baby. We are back.
We
Very
are.
excited to be recording and, seeing each other's faces. It has been a minute because we were
Yes.
on break. This episode is just going to be me and the fabulous J.V Reese. And we're going to be doing a little bit of a recap, talking about what the heck happened in last season. We did 26 episodes.
That's insane.
Crazy.
It's insane.
26 episodes for a baby podcast.
Baby, and you know that statistically, most podcasts don't make it past 10 episodes. Like
I
something like
know.
90% of
Yeah.
podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. We're in the top freaking 10% on
I know,
Spotify or something
insane.
like that.
And we still don't know what we're doing.
Not a freaking clue.
No.
We're gonna work through some, getting back on the bandwagon jitters through this episode.
Yeah.
So be patient with us. But we just wanted to talk about and just kind of go back and be like, this started as such a random idea. JV sending me literally, JV sending me a text message being like, "Hey, do you want to do a podcast?" And I wrote back, "With me?"
Yeah.
And she was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, obviously."
You were
I'm
like,
the one
wait,
sending you the message.
wait a minute.
Um, yeah, and it's just looking at where we started to where we are. Like we look so professional with our matchy
I
mic and
know.
headset.
Remember in the beginning, we didn't have headsets and
Yeah. And even in the beginning we bought one that matched. We tested it and we're like,
no
this
good.
one's trash. We're
Yeah.
getting different ones, but they
Different.
also have to match.
And you know what's actually really fun? Because Eliza actually reached out to me the other day asking if I wouldn't mind, you know, talking to one of her friends who's been thinking about starting a podcast, and because she
Oh,
kind of
cool.
like some know-how, and I'm like, absolutely. I don't know how good of a resource I'll be because I don't know the first thing. And I
Yeah.
figured, if she asked me, like, technical questions, I'd have to, like, point her to you because I don't
Yeah.
know. But, I was like, "Hey, these are kind of the things that we have." I'm like, "You really don't need much to start a podcast. You don't need to invest
No.
hundreds and hundreds of dollars." I mean, this mic was like $50, this thing was like
Yep.
$30, and then I got a mic stand for 10. I'm like,
Yep.
have a laptop and you're good to go."
Exactly. The thing that really costs the most amount of money, is just the podcast platform.
Yeah.
And shout out to Riverside. You have been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And we are so happy that we came across you because we're in a little bit of a podcasty type group on Instagram.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who have tried different platforms that they're not happy with
Yeah.
the quality or just the editing software and stuff like that. So really happy we came across Riverside and
Yeah.
we've used it since day one and it has not failed us. Even when we've lost complete footage of our podcast, they're like, no worries, we got you. And they're able to help us get it back, which is incredible.
Yeah.
So, we're paying what, $50 US for this platform. I'd pay $200 US for this platform
Yeah.
because it is not, don't up your prices, Riverside, if
Please.
you're listening to this. It's just been and it's very intuitive, user friendly, and has been rock solid for our recording. I don't know why we're talking about our podcast platform.
Because we're very
Um,
happy with it.
we
That's
are.
why.
We're extremely happy
They
with
deserve a
it.
shout
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. 243 days we have been doing this.
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
take a look back at our really cringy we're not gonna put up video because that'd be a hell of a nightmare for me and, no, thank you. But we're gonna talk about it. Our first introduction of when we were telling people we're gonna do a podcast, and we did that super cringy,
Oh my god.
"Hi, my
The
name is
worst.
Tyler. You might know me from Hello, Happy Good Morning." And we were reading a script, and it was so
It was so bad,
just
and the quality was so bad. The lighting was bad, the audio was terrible.
we did that how many 10 times? We
Oh,
tried
something
to
like
record
that.
it?
And that
Yeah.
was right after you and I think that was the first time we had
First
met,
time.
like,
Yep.
on Zoom. Like,
Yep.
we had never actually talked to each other like, in person,
Nope.
even virtually, just always just been sending messages back and forth. I think at that point, we had already been sending voice messages to each other,
Yeah. Yeah.
but we'd never actually, like, seen each other, contemporaneously, And
That's a word, contemporaneously?
fancy? Is that
That's
fancy?
fancy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
What does that mean? Just like
At
it
the
like
same time.
oh, wow. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Um,
Miss
and,
Author.
you know, my vocabulary, very fancy. But I remember because I think we talked for, like, 2 hours just to talk logistics,
Yep.
and we were like, "Oh, we're actually jiving. Let's do
100%.
this thing." And then
Yep.
we just did this cringy intro.
Oh, so
So
bad. It's
bad.
so bad. Maybe I will insert
You
that
should
clip
insert
in
a
here.
little snippet.
I'll
Cue
insert an
snippet.
Hey guys, my name is Tyler. You might know me from Hello Happy Good Morning on Instagram.
And I'm J.V Reese, indie author of Trauma Romances. We're so excited to share with you that we're starting a podcast called Little Prince.
It's a podcast that brings the spotlight back to indie authors and small publications.
We're here to celebrate the writers, the dreamers, and the magic makers and connect you to the people you need to know.
Our podcast will feature us, of course, but we're hoping to have authors, bookstagrammers, narrators, graphic artists, really anyone who lives in that world on our podcast.
Our first episode will air May 5th, 2025, featuring us. So come and hang out with us while we dust off the mic and shake off our nerves.
We can't wait to share everyone's stories and delve deeper into the lives of the people that make the book world go round.
So pencil us into your schedules. You won't want to miss a moment.
See you there.
Are we saying bye? Bye!
Bye!
Gross. But yeah, just and that's one thing that I picked up right away. I was like, okay, I feel really comfortable. Like the jitters were gone within like the first 5 minutes. We worked really well together. We balanced each other really well. And I was like, okay, let's try. I kind of always wanted to do a podcast because I talk a lot. But it was nice to have like somebody else there to
Yep.
kind of keep me in check. And yeah, and then we just sat down, and I remember the first guest that I reached out to was Melanie Marr. And I said, "Hey,
Yes.
listen, we're doing this like weird podcast thing. We have no idea
What
what
we're
we're
doing.
doing, but we would love to have you as our first guest."
Yeah. Was Melanie our first guest?
She
No.
was the
Wasn't it
first person
Hannah?
we reached out. It was
She
Hannah who was our
was.
first guest because she was very pregnant, and she
She
sat down with us. I
was.
think she gave birth like a week or two later from our
Yes.
podcast, which was
Yes.
crazy. So we did some shuffling. Melanie was the first person I personally reached out to
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, you wanna be on this nobody knows about podcast? Talk about your books?" And then we shuffled a
She was
little bit,
so
and we had
fun.
Hannah as our first. She was so fun. She was like, the one of the things that really told me that, like, this could be something that we could do and bring joy to people was
Yeah.
watching people break and, like, laugh
Yeah.
and, like, just you can watch their almost like their barriers
Yeah.
crumble
Yes.
because they're like, "I don't know what I'm doing. I'm really uncomfortable. I'm on camera. I'm talking to these people that I don't really know." And then once they got comfortable, you can kind of watch them just, like, settle and just,
Yes.
like, start really just being themselves and having fun.
You
So
can literally see it. It's always my favorite part because everybody's always a little, like, buttoned up in the very beginning,
yeah.
and
How professional is this?
yes, and we're like, "We don't know what the hell we're doing, so you're good. Whatever
Yep.
slips out." Yeah, I like that part too when they start to really relax. So tell me, like, what which episode do you think of all of them was your
Oof.
fave? Like, that you could go back and watch again and again and again? I have one.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
a hard one.
I
There was
know.
so many incredible people that I never in a
Yes.
million years thought that we would be able to talk
Oh,
to.
100%.
What was my favorite episode? I think there's so many that we've done. I'm, like, trying to think back. I
I know.
think can I? I don't even know if I could choose one. I think there's,
Choose your
like,
top
3.
3.
Yeah, my top 3. I would say Melanie Marr,
Yes.
because she was the first person that we could really watch that, like, barrier crumble. Because you had a personal relationship with Hannah,
Yeah.
so it was very comfortable between you 2. With Melanie, it was, like, 3 people
Complete
who really
stranger.
don't know each other coming together to put something together.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Carmen Chantel's episode because I just sat back and I just learned so much about the narrating world, and it really, like, bolstered me for other narrators that we've had on, knowing more about it because I still haven't read or listened to an audiobook. I know. He can,
One day.
burn me at the stake, but, yeah, I haven't, it was really cool to learn so much about it and, like, the background and, like, that community, and I think I'd have to say that, like, the Bookish Animator because never in a million fricking bazillion years would I ever think somebody with that status on Instagram would say yes to being on a
Yes.
baby podcast. Like,
You were so stoked when she
I
agreed
was
to be on.
I couldn't believe it. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, to everybody that we reached out to who said yes, from like our first guest to our last guest to personal acquaintances to people we've never met, never messaged, them giving us a shot.
I know. Anytime you
Great.
get a yes, I'm still like,
Yeah,
"That's crazy." I get
because it's
so
like
excited.
nobody knows who we are. Like maybe they follow us and like they've heard of us and stuff like that, but like it takes time to sit down and record an episode, and
Yes.
for you guys to wanna be like, "I'll dedicate an hour to these strange women who wanna talk to me about things,"
Yes,
is crazy.
for sure.
Okay, so what's your top 3? I wouldn't say top 3 because I don't wanna put anybody on a pedestal, just, like,
Yeah,
the
if I had to
3.
choose 3,
Yeah,
what would they be? No, I totally agree because I love how different each episode of ours has
that's why it's
been.
so hard to
It
choose.
is, and even
Yeah,
though, we have had several narrators on, we've had several authors on, but every episode is so different, and a lot of the time it's so unexpected, which is, I think, where
the
the
best.
best episodes come from. So
Yeah,
for me, it's like I go into an episode thinking something one thing, and then it just veers. So, like Brandon
the book
Francis's
rubbers. Yeah.
Brandon Francis's episode, which I thought,
Yes.
here we have an audiobook narrator. I mean, obviously he's good looking. He's got a great voice.
Mhm.
He does a variety of genres, but also the spicy book. So we were, I was kind of thinking like we're gonna go one way, but it was one of the deepest episodes we've had.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was so shocking. And of course, getting him to say, "Yeah, I'll be on your podcast" was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Um, the book grubbers,
Oh my
always and
gosh.
forever. I want to have
Chaos. I loved
Chelsea
it.
and Brittany back
Yeah.
so badly because it was the best part about this episode is A, how chaotic it was. It was so authentic. And
I was my little virgin ears.
your face, brilliant. I could watch that episode over and over and over again just to watch Tyler.
So that was, like, kind of, like, in the beginning of when
Yes.
we started doing this.
Yeah.
So the first couple episodes preceding that were very, in my opinion, like, cut and dry, like, very interview style,
Yes.
even though we don't really do questions back and forth, but
Yeah.
it was exactly what I expected it. Chelsea and Brittany came in and just spun the whole
I
episode on
know.
its ass,
It was
made
so
it
good.
incredible, so memorable. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I've read more smuttier books since then. Zodiac Academy is very spicy, and I
Nice.
love it.
Nice.
Opened up my, uh yeah, opened up my
Your horizons
periphery.
were
Yeah,
broadened?
horizons, whatever. My horizons were broadened.
Yeah. Oh, they were broadened.
Yeah, that one I was just like, how much of this am I gonna have to edit out? And like, and we're like, none of it.
Well,
Let it roll. This is exactly what Little Prince is about, is just meeting the true authentic people behind the stuff that they do.
yeah.
Okay, you got 2, you gotta choose another one.
Okay, I gotta choose another one. Mm, I feel like that's a tough one.
My episode, obviously, where we had J.V. Reese on for the
Obviously, I mean, duh. No,
Yeah.
I think, oh my gosh. Okay, I have to like think through.
Yeah. It's hard when you're put on the spot because there's so many incredible people that we've
I'm looking at my
talked
stack of
to.
books. I mean, Atlas Crete was a fun episode. I love talking
Totally.
to
Yeah.
Kate Montgomery because
Mhm.
they're always love having Carol on because it just feels so comfortable, like literally just sitting with your girlfriends on the
Yeah.
couch chatting, you know?
And I hope that's how people feel when they're sitting
Yeah.
with us because that's exactly the vibe we want.
Yes.
Girlfriend, Even if you're a guy, you're a girlfriend. We're just
Yeah.
sitting, we're chatting, we're just having a good time. We're getting to know you and what you do and tell us your life story. And,
Yeah.
you know, we're so enamored with
Yeah.
every single, we
Every
just,
single.
every single person we've had on.
I love it all. I mean, Mama D is great. I just love
Oh,
how
she was incredible. Yeah.
diverse of the backgrounds, diverse the
The
backgrounds
accents
are
are like
of
my favorite too.
yes. I love I mean, it was a great first season, Ty, and I know we are making some small changes for season
Yes.
2.
Yeah.
And I know because
You're getting around picking your third though. I'm just gonna say you still didn't choose a third
I know
episode.
I didn't pick okay, I need to pick a legit 3rd episode that was my favorite. Okay, okay, okay.
It doesn't have to be your favorite, just something that sticks out in your brain as, like, maybe something you didn't expect. Like, I personally another one of the ones that I am always drawn back to is, oh, come on, The Courtesan's Eye.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
I can't remember the author's names for some reason.
Yeah,
It's
Kate,
literally sitting on my Kate and was it, Jess?
Jess. Kate and
Yeah,
Jess.
Kate and Jess. Oh my god. The little puppy show and tell at the end?
It was a
What?
great episode. I think
Yeah.
for me, it would then have to be, Brittany McMunn. So the owner,
Yeah.
CEO, president, badass
Conquest.
boss babe of Conquest Publishing, because she actually
Yes.
was the one who talked about her being like a nurse, administrator, fancy, like higher up there and getting her
Yep.
master's in creative writing. And
Yep.
she was the spark to I don't know what the hell I'm thinking, but I then applied for a master's program in creative writing and got into it, which I guess I'm starting here in like 2 weeks. So I don't know why.
Busy, busy 2026 for this mama.
I don't know
Lawyer,
what the hell I'm doing.
mother of 3, 4 if you wanna count your husband. Um,
Yeah.
who is also doing his master's as well in 2026, right?
Yep. He's back to school. He just finished his first semester and he's getting in for semester number 2. And I don't know what
That's
I'm doing.
crazy.
What the hell? I don't know. It shall be a challenge, which is why when we talking about all these endeavors, because you have your plate full with
Mhm.
you are focusing really on your budgeting YouTube
Yes.
side of things, and you
Yep,
had several irons in the fire there for a while, right?
I
Podcast, you're
did.
obviously working full time. You have Daniel, son. You have Devin, the husband, and
Yeah.
then you had your Hello Happy store,
Yep.
and you're doing your budgeting.
What are we doing to ourselves?
I have no idea. And we were just talking about how like stressed out and depressed we are. I'm like, oh, I wonder why.
Oh, what the world this could possibly
Uh,
be? No downtime? Maybe?
maybe it's because we're constantly hustling. Yeah,
Yes, yes, and hustle culture, I think, is great and also very toxic when it
extremely.
comes to, you're depriving yourself of that downtime. So, this is a great segue to announce that we love you guys.
So much.
We're not gonna be around anymore. I'm just joking. Yeah. This
Are
is yeah,
rest in peace.
season 2 JKs. Yeah,
Yeah,
no. We are pulling back a little bit in
a
2026.
little bit.
We both need a little bit more room between our guests and our uploads. So we will be doing twice a week.
No,
Our
twice a
first
month.
or twice a month.
Don't
Yeah,
get them
never
excited,
mind.
Ty.
We're gonna be dropping episodes every single day.
Every day.
Frick. You know what? I was like, don't mess this up, and then I completely messed it up. We will be doing episodes twice a month.
Twice a month.
So our first episode will be going live on the 7th of January, which will be this episode, this little recap. Let's talk about 2025, the impacts. And then on the 21st, we will have our next guest for 2026. And
Yes.
then your next episode won't be until the 4th of February. Um, we are burnt out.
A little bit.
I think I can say that.
We're
And
tired.
yeah, we need to 2026 is about pulling back a little bit. And I mean, we've just added more stuff to our plates, to be honest, but
Yeah.
pulling back in the areas that we can control.
Yes. I don't know if it's pulling
So
back as much as it is like shuffling some things and
shuffling. Yeah.
reprioritizing certain other
Yeah.
endeavors that are important to us. But Little Prince isn't going anywhere. I think that Ty
No.
and I, when we talked about it, we were like, okay, this is what's happening. This is what we're both got going on in 2026. What do we want to do? And for a minute, we were
Yep.
like, do we stop Little Prince altogether?
We were considering it.
We considered it, but I think I mean, I can only speak for myself, but it brings me so much joy doing this,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
don't want to give that up because this is actually
No.
something that recharges my emotional battery rather than drains it. But it is a lot of work, and more so for you because you're the actual technical person behind all of this. I just do the admin and I come on here and blab, but you actually then have to go and edit the nonsense I spewed to upload it, which you told me it
Yeah.
takes you hours upon hours upon hours to do.
Depending on the episode, and we
Yeah.
did I don't know if you guys noticed in 2025, we did cut back on the subtitles on our videos. That really was taking a lot of time, to make sure that I had correct spelling of authors, people who were shouting out, just correct spelling in general, because auto-generated captions, if you use YouTube captions, you probably know that they're not great, so we wanted to make sure that everything was really buttoned up for our episodes, so we did pull that back. Um when it came to the editing, and that did shave off quite a bit of time.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah, you're looking at probably, like, depending on the episode, anywhere from, like, 3 to 6 hours for editing, and we wanna be transparent with you guys about the workload because, um, if you wanna start a podcast and you are doing it yourself, it is gonna take a lot of time. But I think that the rewards outweigh the
Burdens?
risk, burdens.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but we knew that, I mean, with your masters and stuff like that, and who knows what 2026 has planned for me, right? So, we wanna also leave time for our families and
Yes.
enjoy life still and stuff like that. Not that this is like a burden that takes up all of our time, it's just when you can you didn't wanna use the term pull back. When you can reshuffle
Yeah.
for your mental health, I think you should.
I agree.
Mhm.
I agree. You just gotta, set boundaries and priorities and things like that. And yeah, but this,
Yeah.
something always has to give. And
Yep.
we have our priorities, but we knew that we didn't want to do away with Little Prince altogether. We just needed to slow things down a little bit
Totally.
because we
Totally.
learned, we learned it is a lot of work. And it is also, believe it or not, um, it's exhausting because we record on blocks. I think we've talked about this before,
Yes.
right? So we
Yeah.
record in like 3 or 4 hour blocks. So we have our guests on boom, 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 back to back.
Which they might have noticed at the end of 2025 because they kept popping into each other at the ends
Yes,
of the
exactly.
episodes.
And so you are on for 3 or 4 hours in a row because you
Yeah.
want to pay attention and you want to be present for your guests. And
Oh,
at the end
100%.
of it, you're like, "Ah,
Me and
what?"
her are both like, "That was such an incredible day." Like, I'm so
Yes.
happy we got to sit down with the people. We do like a little after episode just kind of chat, and then we're both like, "I'm exhausted.
Yes.
Like, I need to go take a nap. I need to not talk to anybody for like 3 to 6 hours."
3 to 6 business days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it is work, as fun as it is. And a lot of hobbies, a lot of fun things are. They are
100%.
great, but they're also exhausting. And with
Mhm.
everything else that we have going on and our need and want to be present for our families, we just decided, you know what? We'll just release an episode twice a month. That way we can still see each other, which I think is a
Mhm.
big part of the podcast for me. It is because it forces
Yeah.
Tyler and me to sit down and make time for each other as well because we're
Yes.
so far away. It's easy to like out of sight, out of mind. And then until we
100%.
randomly
Yeah.
send each other a message like, hey, are you alive?
You
I miss
sent
you.
me you sent me the other day, so when we were in Vegas, and now this is gonna pivot because I think we kind of explained, like, what's
Yeah.
going on, our reasoning. I feel like we're trying to, like, bolster up, like, our armor and be like, "Don't hate us. We know
Yes,
you love it every week, but we need to do this for ourselves." I think they get it.
I
But
get
you
it.
sent me, a picture, you were in Vegas, obviously, and when me and JV were in Vegas, we were walking across the bridge to go to Din Tai Fung,
Yes.
for an amazing dinner. First time ever there, it was great. As we were crossing the bridge to, like, the shopping mall or the hotel or whatever, we saw this, like it was like it was a giant cart,
Like a
and there was
shopping
people
cart.
a giant shopping cart, and there's people strapped into the shopping cart, and it's a car, like, it's got, like, a chassis and everything on the bottom, and it's just sitting at a red light, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Like, Vegas is wild.
it is wild.
And then a couple of days ago, you sent me almost, like, the exact same
It
picture.
actually was the exact
Um
same picture. I was
Oh,
going through my camera roll, and I stumbled upon it, and I was
I
like,
thought you took the picture. I was
"No.
like, even the people look similar.
No, 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 it was the picture," but I was like, I don't know, it made me think of you, and so I had to send it to
Oh,
you."
that's so funny. Because I was like I was looking at it, I was like, "Oh, she must be in Vegas and she must have taken this picture."
I
I
was
guess
in
I didn't even
Vegas.
really think about context, but I was just like, "It looks really, really similar to the one that I
Huh,
took."
it's weird, I've seen this before. Yeah, you have, you
So
have.
strange.
This was the exact moment, and, Thanos and I, we were in Vegas, we went the day after Christmas, we went for a long weekend, and
Oh,
it was
nice.
so needed, like, Saturday, I went to the spa in the morning, I had a massage, came back to the hotel room, hung out with Thanos for a while, and then took a nap, and then we got up, and then I'm
Whoa.
pretty sure we had dinner, and then we went to a hockey game. It was the most amazing day I've had in a long, 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 long time. It was like no adulting. It was all the things that
Wow.
we wanted to do. It was awesome. Yeah.
Nice. Did you guys go to Din Tai Fung?
We did go to Din Tai Fung. We had Din Tai Fung every day
Always.
that we were there.
Holy shit,
Every
that
day.
place is not cheap. So that's
No. And
crazy.
Vegas is, like, crazy because when we go to Din Tai Fung in LA, those little soup dumplings? In Vegas, the
Yeah.
serving is 6 soup dumplings, and in LA, it's 10 soup dumplings, and
Oh.
it's the price actually comes out to, like, $2.27 US per soup dumpling in Vegas and, like, $1.65 US in LA. So,
Oh, wow.
it's not cheap.
Yeah. That's crazy. Are you guys still trying different things, like, off of the
No.
menu? Nope, you return back to your
I went back to my usual I'm like, "I'm gonna wait until I see Tyler the next time, until I can coerce her to come visit me in the US, and you'll make me
I'm gonna
try new
take you
things
guys,
again."
like or if you guys come down here, which we're planning, this year, or I don't know if we're still doing that, but, there's a place here called Fusion Sushi that's like an all-you-can-eat buffet,
Nice.
but it's like they come to you and, like, robots deliver your food, which is really
Oh,
cool.
that sounds fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. And you know what? Actually, I lied. We did try one new dish. It was like a rice noodle. Well, they called them
Mm,
rice cakes, but they were noodles made out of, like, rice flour or something. They were kinda thicker and chewier. Anyways,
nice.
it was very like, had a very umami taste, like, mushroomy,
Fishy. Or yeah.
fishy, earthy kinda.
Yep.
It was fine, but I didn't love
Did
it.
you add the sauce? Because if you add the secret sauce, it makes
I
everything
know
taste
the
good.
secret sauce makes no, but it already had sauce on it.
Oh. Why are we talking about what you
I
had
don't
for
know.
dinner?
Anyway,
What is this
this is what
episode?
we do.
I know. Oh my
Ugh.
gosh. Okay, so
Okay.
looking back at 26 episodes, I think
Yeah,
that that's actually bonkers
it is.
for um a podcast. And we really didn't do many filler episodes. It really was really focused on our guests.
Yeah.
I wish that I had a tally. I was going to do a tally of like how many authors, how many, narrators, how many this and that. Um but I think that like we've talked to almost everybody. I think we've talked to everybody except for in the print industry of, like, printing books, because I would love to have somebody on to talk about that,
Yeah. And I'd love to
or
talk to
somebody
an
who owns a
agent.
bookstore.
Yeah.
Oh, we're having, can't I don't wanna spoil it, but we are having somebody on who owns a bookstore, in the new year, which is exciting. We've really covered, like, a lot of people within this
Yes, we have.
community, industry. We've had authors, we've had narrators, we've had event coordinators. That was a really cool episode as well.
Yes.
We've had people who just enjoy reading and are like bookstagrammers.
Yep.
I can't think of any right now, like bagels. What
Yep.
was what
Lindsay.
was her
Yep.
Instagram?
Books and bagel.
Lindsay, Emma. We've
No.
had people who do like the really cool transitions, like
Rebecca.
the Bookish Coven. Rebecca from the Bookish Coven was incredible. Also, like I haven't really been on Instagram. I've been pulling back on Instagram personally myself. Just because I feel like I'm at my peak amount of social media with my YouTube, which is going very well.
Nice.
I would just like to say I passed 1,000 watch hours the other
Wow,
day,
that's
which is
incredible.
great.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's
And we're almost
awesome.
at 500 subscribers, which is
Oh,
crazy. So, like, it's growing really fast. We're building a really great community over there. It is polar opposite from what we do here.
really?
Um, yeah, but I mean, like, I've been pulling back on Instagram, and I just saw Rebecca's like latest one with the king with
Yeah, the
the
crown.
knight.
Oh,
No, the
with
one where she like
the
threw up the
the rook?
chess piece.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
I
It like
know.
this girl, her brain
No, I
is
know. She did one with a
wild.
crown where the crown spins, and then the inside of the crown, like, is an image or an illustration or something. It's, like,
What?
mind-blowing. I don't know how she does this. I'm just waiting for her
That
tutorial
is
Tuesdays.
yeah, exactly. Show me how to do these things. I will put it in my safe for later and
Mhm.
never attempt it
I never do it
because
because it's gonna take me 14 business days to accomplish.
yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, we've who else have we had on? We've had people who do production.
Yep.
So like Atlas Creed.
Oh, and my god, Atlas
Also,
Creed is, like, doing this, like, audiobook platform. Did
yep,
you hear about that? Like, and
I did.
specifically, obviously, he was hoping to help indies out because
Yep.
AXS is so predatory, for lack of a better word.
Mhm.
But, so that's pretty freaking incredible that he's doing that, so shout out to Atlas Creed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
incredible that he's taking some of the power away from
the big
some of the bigger
conglomerates.
companies.
Yeah,
Yep, and I think that that's fantastic. We need to do more of that to take the
agreed.
power back. We are the people. We are bigger than the corporations.
Yes.
Not to get political because we're not going there. I'm trying to think of like I want to personally, you know what we're gonna do?
What are we gonna do? What are we doing?
I'm gonna oh, what are we doing? I'm gonna personally shout out every single person
Okay.
that we have had on because, you know, I think that without them, we wouldn't have this.
Yes.
And I want to give I don't want people to listen to this and be like, "Oh, I was hoping to hear my name." And we've been trying really hard to like say everybody, but I want to do almost like a run of credits where we acknowledge and we appreciate every single person who has taken the hour out of their lives.
Yeah, sometimes
My
longer.
camera is going from
To
green to
blue.
blue to yellow to orange, and I don't know what's
I
happening.
can
I
see
look
it.
sickly now. I looked jaundiced 2 minutes ago. I don't know what's happening. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I literally am not touching anything. I am blue dabba doo dabba da right now. It's getting more blue. I don't know what's happening. Is it there's not even sun. I don't know what's controlling the temperature on my
I
videos,
don't know.
but
Just
whatever.
riding this out, Ty.
We're just this is the part JV's beautiful, has not changed, just stunning, gorgeous, normal human color, and I
And you
look
still look a little bit
sick.
like, "Ha, ha, ha, ha,
Yeah.
ha."
Why is it doing this? I do not know. Okay, sorry, I had to say something because it's as the person who's, like, doing the editing is gonna drive me fucking bonkers. I'm gonna see if I can figure out the temperature, but either way, we wanna do a shout out to every single person that we have had on.
Yes.
I'm going to
Just go in order?
say yeah, we're gonna say the person, and we're gonna say, like, one of our favorite things about the episode.
Awesome. First,
Okay.
favorite thing about the episode, or can we just say anything about the person?
We can say anything
Anything.
about the person. I just wanna do the person instead of just, like, saying the names, I wanna talk about, like we've got a little bit of time before our first guest comes on
Yeah,
today.
I'm worried, and then I wanna know, like, after we do this, I wanna
Yeah.
know some guests that you would absolutely die to have on this next season.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
question.
Alright, so let's
Okay.
do this project first.
'Kay.
Alright.
Yeah, I just built this project out of nothing. So, our first episode was Hannah Bird,
Hannah!
and she was 7 months ago. May 5th was our first or
Ugh.
was it May 5th? Hold on. Let me just do a little bit
Yes,
of,
that was my fit.
recon research. May 21st. May 1st was our really cringy, like, "Hey, it's
Flavor.
just us.
And then she had
We're
her
just gonna
baby, I
talk
wanna
about
say,
us."
like, less than a week later.
So quickly after, it was crazy. Hannah Bird was the person who bursted our cherry for podcasting, which was incredible. She was so awesome.
Yeah,
To sit there that pregnant and still be so like I was deathly ill at that
yeah.
point during pregnancy. and she was a fucking rock
She
star.
was. And Hannah's fun because so she lives in my town and we go to the same book club and all the things. But she was indie, had
Yeah.
published several books, but she just got a trad deal for her romantasy series, like a 3-book deal with
No way.
I don't know who the publisher is. Ugh, really bad at it, but it's the same publisher that does like publish Candy Steiner's Love Letter to Whiskey or something. Anyway, so she is going
Wow.
trad with her romantasy series about a
Incredible.
reaper and a gymnast, I think. Anyways, I think that'll be incredible. Sorry, Hannah, if I totally butchered that. Feel free to yell at me at book club next
Yeah.
week.
Just correct us in the comments
Yes.
below. That is incredible.
Yeah,
I love to
that's
see people progress.
incredible. I'm proud of her.
Yeah.
So proud of her.
The next episode after that, I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah, we had scene break episodes. Those don't really matter. I mean, we had fun with
Oh, they
those,
were
but
so good.
they were
Like,
awesome.
so
My
good.
favorite part of them is that we don't do them anymore. No, I'm just joking.
Oh.
I'm just joking. I love sitting down with just you. It's great. Okay, so next we had Melanie Marr.
Yes, Melly. Gosh, she's so beautiful.
She
She's
is. Yeah,
so
that's really
beautiful.
random, but she is.
Yeah, she really is. And such a badass Latina, too.
Yes, and totally like the one thing that I think we got the most engagement on for our shorts was her just saying that she writes her book on her phone,
Oh, yeah.
which everyone was like, "What
I
the
still
fuck do you mean?
cannot
That is
fathom
crazy."
that. My
Yeah.
fingers are
No, she
cramping
was
just thinking about it.
yeah, she was actually I think she was the first romantasy that I don't know if it's considered romantasy, but she is the first like fantasy book that I really ever read. And absolutely loved it. So thank you. Okay, so
Thank
thank you, Hannah, for coming
Yeah,
on
thank you, Hannah.
and being on our little podcast. Thank you, Melanie, for
Yes,
coming on
thank you.
and being on our podcast. After Melanie, we had Lindsay with Books with Bagel, who was our first
Lindsay!
bookstagrammer.
And she has moved
Yes.
since, and she is, I think, getting
Yes.
her teaching credential now, and she is
You are so up on it.
also
You know everything about everybody.
you
You
know,
should be a PI.
a stalker.
Yeah,
No, she's
a paid
also
stalker.
so beautiful, like both inside and
Yeah.
out. I think she's
Yeah.
so fun, and she's such a hype girl, and I so appreciate that about her. So thank you, Lindsay.
Yes, thank you, Lindsay. And I've been watching her Instagram, and man, she is doing incredible. Her content that she's
Oh,
putting
I
out
know.
is
I
great.
know.
The next one we had on, so thank you, Lindsay, for coming on our podcast.
Yeah.
The next people we had on is the Book Grubbers, Brittany and Chelsea.
Chelsea and Brittany. Oh, the
There is
best.
so much about this episode. If you guys have not listened to that episode, it is NSFW
It
in
is
the
NSFW.
best way. So if you're listening to it and you have littles or you don't want people hearing it, chuck in some headphones. But you are going to chuckle. You're going to have such a good time.
Yeah. So good.
With how just crazy. And if you want to see all of my facial reactions, because my heart is on my sleeve, and if something really takes me off guard, my face shows it.
It was so good. You were
Go
just
check out that episode.
I remember you were like, "Oh, have you read Bride?" And Chelsea's like, "Bride is child's play,
Babe,
my friend."
child's play. After reading the Zodiac Academy and Ruthless Boys, people are like, anything you read from this on out, like, is pretty much child's play. I'm like, sweet. So thank you,
Thank you,
Chelsea and Brittany, for being on
and
our
I love
podcast.
them both so much. Also, such hype girls. They're incredible. Yeah.
Yes. Next up on chapter 6, we had Carmen Chantel, which was our first narrator.
Carmen.
Incredible episode.
I still need to. She just got herself a new booth. I think she was like kind of doing.
I saw her washing her like sound deadening stuff. I was like, that's interesting content. I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
She is. Yeah, she's incredible. Also, a very beautiful person. I'm just like everybody's
very beautiful. I think you're gonna have to say you've locked yourself in a box. You're gonna have to say everyone's beautiful.
Everybody is beautiful. I'm just getting it out of the way with now.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So thank you, Carmen.
Most educational episode for me.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. I learned so much about narrators.
Absolutely incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Carmen Chantel, for being on our episode, our podcast. Can't even say words. Next up, we had chapter 7 with AC Hessenauer.
Oh,
Hessenauer.
Hessenauer.
Dang it.
Very German name.
I keep saying it wrong. Yes, very, very German name. She was really
Dude,
cool.
and she is still, like, pumping out those books like nobody's business. I mean, that
Dude,
girl has the
does
most
she
creative
eat,
mind.
sleep, or poop?
I
Because
maybe
she
she does it
comes
all at
out
the
with
same time. She eats and sleeps and
maybe.
poops. My babies did when
She
they were
puts
little.
out books. Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
The consistency of her putting out books
I know.
is
Yep.
wild. Like, absolutely wild, and they're all different, and they're all, like, so well done, and
So
you just said she got a trad deal as
She
well, so she's moving to
did. She
traditional,
did get a trad
which is
deal. I
crazy.
know.
So congratulations
Congrats,
on that, and
AC.
thank you so much, AC, for being on
So
our
proud of you.
podcast. Number 8, we had Mike and Di, which was our
Oh,
first
Mike and Yes.
co-written, authors, which was really cool. Married couple. They were so awesome,
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah.
Um, their books, what was their book called? The Stories We
Yep.
Tell. I know what your books are, but I've just read a lot of books. Okay, sorry. The Stories We Tell was
I
incredible.
still love that book.
And
Thomas
yeah,
occasionally is like, I wonder if Mike and Di adopted. Remember they were talking about in their vampire book, there was like this bar, like a League of Legends bar,
yes,
and it was like
yes,
copy
the D&D
yeah, the
bar.
D&D bar, and
Yeah, yeah.
Thanos was like, he was watching the episode, and then he suggested a name for the bar so it wouldn't like copyright. And he's like, I wonder if they adopted that name for the book. And I'm like,
What was the
I
name?
don't remember. I don't remember what it was,
Oh,
but Thanos is like randomly just brings him up still. So
oh, that's so
shout out to Mike
awesome.
and Di.
Yes, thank you, Mike and Di, for being on our
Thank you.
podcast. Next up, we had like probably one of the biggest influential ones for TikTok, which was Mama D.
Yes.
That was an incredible
Mama
episode.
D. God, her
Yeah,
book hauls, like the amount of
insane.
book mail that woman gets, and she like speed reads, and which by the way, I've started to adopt a little bit,
Me too.
and it's
Yep.
so helpful. And she's right.
Looking for dialogue.
Yeah, she's
Yep.
right, because you don't necessarily need to specifically put eyes on every single word to get the
Yep.
context. Because I was reading Frida McFadden's The Tenant over while I was in, when was that? Sometime in December, while my girls were at a cheer competition in LA. And I
Mm-hmm.
actually read the whole book, and I was so proud of myself. Yeah.
Good job. So thank you, Mama D, for
Thank you,
being on
Mama
our
D.
podcast. The next one we had, chapter 10, was with Atlas Creed. He
Atlas.
was like our first solo male
First solo
that
dude.
we had on.
And he was
First solo dude.
And I was so nervous about talking to him because I didn't know what to expect, because again,
Same.
just the male thing, but he was so great to talk to. Aside,
And we had the most technical issues we've
oh
ever
my
had with
God,
that
I
podcast.
know.
And he was so generous and just so kind
So
and was like,
gracious.
listen, I get it. And just gracious. That was the word
And
I
he's
was
doing
looking
amazing
for.
things. Not to,
Yes.
and Armitage, his first book was just an incredible read. Highly recommend.
Totally. Thank you so much, Atlas, for coming on our
Yep.
podcast. Number 11, we had Kate Montgomery, who is a good friend of ours.
Yes.
That was such a fun episode. We learned so much about her and how much her husband has involvement in her books and stuff like
We
that,
love a
which was
green flag.
really cool. We love a green flag on this episode. It was so cool to sit down and talk with her because I've been chatting with her virtually for a very long
Yeah.
time. And it was really cool to sit down and just
You're
like
such a nice
have a
person, too.
face-to-face conversation with her. Her episode was great. So thank you so much,
Thank you,
Kate,
Kate.
for coming on our podcast. The next one was chapter 12, and it was our first traditionally published author, and that was Kayla Olson. And this was one that I reached out to, and she was like, yeah, I'll come on your podcast. I was like, what the fuck do you
What
mean?
is it?
Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. Her episode was so much fun. Again, another one that I didn't really know what to expect going in, because we live in this realm of indies, and she was a traditional published author, but she was incredible. She was so much fun. Her new book, The Great Outdoors?
Yes,
No.
The
What is
Great
it called?
Outdoors.
No, no
Yep.
way. I remembered.
You
Okay.
did.
I'm so proud of
Good
myself.
job.
I haven't read it yet, but it is definitely on my
I don't
list
know if
to
it's out
pick up.
yet, because I think she's kind of doing some
Okay, great.
promos and arcs maybe, but I don't think it's supposed to get published until the summer, because it's like a summer
Okay. Well,
read.
then I have time. I'm so excited to read her stuff because you read The Lodge. I
Mhm.
read The Reunion,
And yeah.
which was incredible. She was just so genuine.
Yes.
I think is like the
I
best word
agree.
for her, was just sweet and genuine. So thank you so much, Kayla
Thank you,
Olson, for
Kayla.
being on our
I think we
podcast.
need to speed it
The
up a little.
next one, yeah, we do need to speed it up just a little bit. We love each and every one of you. We have a guest coming in 10 minutes, so we're gonna kind of speed around the rest of you guys, but know that everything we said about previous guests, we feel
Applies to you too.
applies to you too. The next one we had was Be Love, Spread Love featuring Carol Wiley,
Oh,
which was
yes.
it was a fun episode. It was an editing nightmare because we recorded this in Vegas and couldn't use any of the footage, so we had to sit down and
You do it.
re-record when we got back. But Carol, you know we love you,
Yeah, obviously.
and thank you.
Our unhinged group
Sorry, go ahead.
chat.
Yes, and thank you so much for being on Little Prince podcast.
Twice.
Chapter 14 was with twice, yeah. 14 was with Siobhan Clark, which was really cool.
Siobhan!
Editor, just powerhouse of a woman. She was so cool to talk
And
to.
author of Romanticities.
And author. Yes. Oh my God, I can't
Urban
wait to see if some of the things that I put in there end up in her book, because that would be bonkers. So thank you, Siobhan Clark, for being on our podcast. 15, we had Jen Grand Reeds, which was
Jen
so
is
fun.
so sweet. Her Instagram was
She was so
beautiful
sweet.
too.
I learned about astromance from her.
I know.
So that's pretty cool. And piracy or whatever
pirate
it was
romance?
for pirate romance. Yeah. So thank you, Jen, for being on our podcast. Brandon Francis was episode 16, which we talked about already. Incredible podcast. Very
so good.
emotionally deep.
Yes.
Loved the
so
podcast.
Unexpected, but perfect.
Yes. So thank you so much, Brandon Francis, for being on our podcast. Number 17 was Kate Hires and JC Smith. We also talked about them. They rode the Courtesan's Eye.
Kate and Jess
Their
were
episode,
so fun.
They were so much fun. I'm watching our episode lengths get longer and longer and longer as I'm going
Because we
up
cannot
this
wrap
thing.
it up.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Kate and JC, for being on our podcast. Chapter 18 was with Eliza Ann. That was another
Eliza.
emotionally deep episode. I absolutely loved it. Author, all around amazing woman.
Really.
So thank you so much, Eliza, for being on our podcast. Chapter 19 is one of my favorites, and that was with J.V. Reese, where we did our spoiler episode.
Well.
I had to put on my interview cap. I didn't have anybody to help me with shit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So thank you, J.V.,
That was
for
also
being
like the
on
shortest
our
episode
podcast.
ever. Remember, we had like
it was only 38 minutes.
Because we were like, you know what? I think we had a guest not show, and we're like, oh, we have 30 minutes.
Let's just do it. Yeah. So thank you for being on our podcast.
You're welcome.
Chapter 20 was with Conquest Publishing. That's Brittany, right? With Conquest Publishing.
Yes.
That was such a fun episode. It's so interesting to learn her progression into what she's doing now from what she was doing before. Saw a lot of myself in her when we did our episode. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. So thank you, Brittany, for being on our podcast. Chapter 21 was a mind-blowing episode with the bookish animator. Julia, I was just gonna say I can't remember her name, but I know her name. That was crazy for her to say yes to sit down with us. Would love to have her back. Would love to have all of you guys back, but her story was super inspiring and I really enjoyed it. So thank you so much, Julia, the bookish animator, for being on our podcast. Chapter 22, the Happy Little Book Club.
Yay,
my sweet little Emma. She was so much fun. She said she was like so nervous to be on it, and then she came on and she just rocked it.
She was amazing.
So great.
So fun to talk to.
Totally. Her Fable Book Club and her Instagram is blowing up, and I'm so proud of her. So thank you so much, Emma, for being on our podcast. Chapter 24 was with the Bookish Coven.
Rebecca.
So she's a lady, Rebecca, who does all of those transition videos, and she was so sweet to talk to. I can't remember what her dog's name is, and it's killing me. But he was in the room with us, and he was adorable. So thank you, Rebecca, and your puppy for being on our podcast. Chapter 25 was with Amy Hall, which was another incredible narrator, which again, still blown away that we're getting people to say yes to be with us. She was a wealth of information and so fun to talk to. So thank you so much, Amy Hall, for being on our podcast. And finally, rounding out 2025, we had
Carol Wiley.
Carol Wiley, CM Wiley, who came back on to do a full author-specific interview. Again, another great episode. We kind of lost the plot a little bit, but when do we not? So thank you, CM. Thank you, Carol, for being on our podcast. And that rounds out 26 guests that we had on
crazy.
this year. Round of applause.
Woo! We need like sound effects in here.
I'm not doing that.
I feel like we can somehow.
I feel like we can. There's a react button. But we're getting close to having our next guest pop on. So we are going to do our
Ta-da!
outro, which is pretty much just thank you guys
Thank
for
you.
listening. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for participating. Thank you for being guests. Thank you for sharing our stuff. Thank you
Yes.
for giving us this chance and this opportunity
Yeah,
because it has been incredible.
it has been.
And we can't wait. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just
Okay.
echoing you.
No, echo.
You're
And
yellow now,
we
by the
cannot
way.
wait to see you guys. Yeah, just ignore it, okay? Just ignore it. I look
No,
jaundiced
you're
now.
healthy now.
Oh, I look healthy. Great. As we round out this episode. We will see you guys very shortly
Yes, we will.
in 2026. Keep your eyes peeled. Like we said, it'll be every 2 episodes a month. But we'll still bring you great content. And I hope that you guys stick with us for another year. See you 2025.
Peace.
Leave it in the
Yeah.
dust. Peace. And that's how we end our episode, I guess. Deuces.
Ciao, Bella. You know, did you? This
Ciao.
says Little Prince Podcast on my thing.
Yeah, because you didn't change your name, so we'll have to do that in editing, but that's okay.
Okay.
You changing it now?
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to stop recording.
Okay.
Bye, guys. We love you.
Bye.